to try and make that trip over there because our video got 30,000 likes almost, or not 30,000 likes, but 30,000 views at this point, and it's helped our range significantly. Right after that, you want your Spotify link. Yeah, people, they're like, oh, we have columns with Spotify. Yes, we do too. They fuck us, but that's not the point. It's the thing that most people use. You want to lead with that. Then, like I said, come up with some kind of graphic that has your logo on it and has a plot synopsis, I guess you could say, for your band. What people can expect from you for fans of is like this section: Marauder, Earth Crisis, Madball, Irate Terror. That definitely you can't debate that. That's the groundwork for our sound. That's some of our most inspirational music that we listen to as far as the way we sound now. Cool, and just end it there. And then having little things like, hey, we're on Spotify, hey, we're on Instagram, stuff like that. This was a little collage photo that was put together probably in like June of last year. I don't remember exactly when. And then this was taken at Joe's Underground in Augusta, Georgia, in August as well. Which we're going back to probably, I don't remember, week after next on that tour. We're leaving in a couple days, and I'm fucking pumped. But yeah, this stuff's important. Sometimes promoters and venues won't have an email though, and you're gonna have to DM them using the same principles of the email. Something to the effect of, hey y'all, coming through on a tour in April, still need the 21st filled. It can route through insert city that you book in. Is this a date you potentially want to take on? Something to that effect. And like I said, probably the best rule of thumb is do the first message slash email. Wait a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks at max. After that, you want to start. You want to do 2 follow-ups a week after. You wait 3 weeks, still nothing. Do a follow-up. Wait another week. Do another follow-up. If then it doesn't go anywhere from there, just let it go. They may eventually reply to you, but at that point, you would want to go and find an alternate. Either hit up another band, hit up a venue, hit up another promoter. You can't be waiting too long. One thing I didn't even put on the list. Ideal, you want to be trying to book tours and shorter runs 5 months in advance. If you do longer out, better. But also take into consideration there are straight up just some promoters that won't put on they won't hold a show and say that they can put it on unless it's like 2 months in advance. That's like the furthest out they'll go. If you book try and book some people 6 months out, they're literally gonna say come back in a few months, and then you would then go back in a few months if you really wanted that place and that was your last hope. Yeah, that's how I do it at least. This is an example of me hitting up a venue, which is what I was talking about earlier. The 14th of April. I originally wanted in Wichita. Wasn't able to book it. Sent the same EPK, all that stuff, and talked about how we had played there already. That's important. They won't always remember you. Not only that, in-house booking won't always be at every show, so they might not even remember you at all. because they had no reference for who you were and what you did. It got a reply. Cool. It's open. Asking if I have local talent in mind yet. I asked for recommendations. That wasn't even an entire day ago. I'm going to wait another day before I start looking myself. And just for the record, definitely the ideal is to get signed to a booking agency like Torpeshi or Satellite Touring or what's that other one? Sound Talent Management or something like that, or getting the van booking. Most of those people want to see that you're already doing this stuff before they want to sign you. Or even do a test run with you. So you have to do a lot of independent booking and shorter runs before you can guarantee that an agency would want to work with you. And that's the tough part. You have to stress yourself out with this stuff for a long time. I've been dealing with this problem for 2 years now. But now it's seeming like it might work out to have that taken off of my plate. But it's still a very good skill to have in your back pocket. Say if you want to start another band in the future, you can have all those connections, do it yourself. Or just to have in general, just in case you want to fill in an off day that an agency wasn't able to. Iron Law. If I'm not mistaken, this is the crossover thrash band formed by Fogcrawler's drummer. I don't remember if he was the founding member, but he's in both bands. And they're pretty fucking sick. Yeah, and see, T-Town, Alabama, that means they're from Tuscaloosa. Like I said earlier. Turn Cold, they're from Atlanta. Cool dudes. They play tight, their music's cool. They're signed to get into van booking. Officially. Speaking of, Growing Quick, it's run by the vocalist of Power Play from South Florida. They have that. They do all these services. They have Yosemite in Black, Delta Hate, Fleora, fucking that thing popping up just completely took me off of the topic I was talking about. Look at that. That's that tour they're advertising. Kick Out at 2. But no, they got some cool bands on it. What's that band from Gainesville? I can't remember their name. Drosera. But yeah, booking is a son of a bitch. Always has been and always will be. The only reason no bands back in the day would ever talk about it is because they didn't have to handle it themselves. But that's not what we're about now. We're about doing it yourself. If you really want to get out there, you have to make it happen. San Antonio, San Marcos, Seguin. They have other areas around them that have shows. Corpus Christi, it's one of my favorite places. McAllen's down here. They have their own little scene. Grown Collective. Laredo is cool when you have a promoter that actually does their job. Odessa was cool. Played a house show there. Lubbock, we loved it there. Amarillo, that's another really cool one. OKC, we played a VFW hall there. Tulsa's cool. The Whittier Bar, and then I don't remember the other venues that are over there. Omaha being a border town between Nebraska and Iowa, there's a lot of crossover between those bands. Lincoln is kind of like a Baton Rouge equivalent to Lafayette, or vice versa, with a little bit less distance between it. Scenes that we have out here, you got Des Moines. Cedar Rapids has some shows, but not as many as Davenport or Iowa City. Waterloo. Dubuque is up here. And believe it or not, the Dakotas have some decent scenes. Sioux Falls is great. Fargo is good. But then again, I can only talk over the experience of one time we've been in each, but definitely don't sleep on Fargo and Sioux Falls. Minneapolis, of course, it's a metro city. It's going to be pretty fucking solid. La Crosse is a city in Wisconsin. Madison, Milwaukee. Those are the two cities in there you need to pay attention to. But don't book two shows back to back in this because there's a lot of crossover and you could screw up the turnout. Chicago is definitely the place in Illinois you'd want to go to, but you have to start here. You'd be hard pressed to actually get first try a show in Chicago because of how slammed the market is. You want to try and hit Peoria, Champaign, Springfield, some of these smaller places. Obviously, Indianapolis. They got Bloomington, Evansville. Louisville and Kentucky. Lexington has shows. Nashville, of course, is like the music city. It's huge. You're gonna have a scene for every style of music there. Chattanooga's cool. Memphis.